Okay, so we are at ICS back office. Now, I get some reviews about my business and I laugh at people. The reason why I laugh at people is that they don't really understand what they are saying. And then negatives are part of the business as well. So we don't care what you said about us. But the first business, as far as I'm into the industry, that I signed someone to help you learn Forex. We can all attest to that fact. Simple as that. Okay. Now, any package you purchase in ICS, your primary responsibility is to learn or acquire the skill of trading. Now, if your upline did not tell you one way or the other, maybe he doesn't have that information, right? So you are hearing it now. Now, the education platform is unlimited, which means that, let's say you joined 2020, you feel you didn't make anything, right? Or you didn't acquire any skill. Your back office is still active where you can access the skill and learn, right? At that side, there's nothing like renewal. It's there for you. Number two, you have the opportunity to copy signal and paste, or to take signal from the back office and trade. That's number two. Then number three, based on the package you choose, if you go for the trading pack, which is this one, or the combo pack, ICX is obliged to also what? Trade for you. So those are the few things that you must understand. Now, at the end of it all, as far as my experience in the industry is concerned, even if you're on the trading pack, ICS is giving you free money. It's more or less like, I think Mr. John is a charity man. Let me attest to that, because it is only someone who is charitable that can give you signal service for, let's say, 2 months, just for $100, trading for you, giving you up to 5% a week, and giving all kind of expensive informations that people pay for at the back office for you. Now, why you are not valuing it is because you have no idea. Okay, so those writing the review, please be careful, because people control the internet and will get you. All right, so let's get to work. Now, when you see how our back office is arranged, after your dashboard, where you see whatever you can see, the next thing is education. Well, why didn't they put education at the last end? They put it first. Why? Because that is your primary and the current consumable product of our business. Okay. Now, what do you get at education, right? You know, we have two kinds of people. They're reading people, and then they're watching people. You want to watch video so you can capture it fast, or you want to read so you can capture it fast, or you can learn online, or you want to walk to the office. I heard someone ask me a question if you can go to the office. I know Nigeria, if I'm not mistaken, every Saturday they do live training section as far as the trading is concerned. Now, we did not limit your trading skills, right? You are not limited as far as the trading skill is concerned. We teach you stock, commodities, futures, metals or special metals, currencies, cryptocurrencies, and hybrid crypto financial currencies. All right. So you have access to all those informations. Then we also give you signals in those same field again. Okay. Now, anyone here that understands how much it costs to get a signal, personally, for the past 4 years I was active into trading, I buy signal. And you can't get any better signal less than $100. a month, right? So if you are here and you did not give your time to the trading or this particular product of ICS, I think you are cheating yourself. So really look at it again and then take it into consideration. Now, the first thing you see under education is the trading ebooks that gives you access to the beginner guide to trading. You have the introduction terminologies. So in this class, we don't really do introduction and all these terminologies. You may hear it once a while and I may throw light on it. But what you have to do is what? Try and go get this book free of charge. Once you have an ICS account, you have access to this book. You glance through, you read, then you make money. Now look at the introduction alone. Investment in knowledge pays the best interest, right? So you learn first, you get the knowledge first, then the other things become normal. Now, after this section, come out of the box here, then scroll down. You see advanced guide to trading. Okay. Now, if you are outside the region, this is the region of the books. If you are outside the region, you have access to see the two books. Now, those who don't really know how to do this, they will think it's only one book that we uploaded there and we are teaching people introduction to Forex and that's all. No. You come out here, you scroll down, you see the advanced guide to trading, where you can see terminologies like fundamental analysis, technical analysis, indicators, patterns, and whatever have you. Anything that happens to move the market, you have access to that information. Now, let's go back to crypto. Okay, now when it comes to crypto, many people have, excuse me to use the word, limited knowledge, right? So you don't know that we have tokens, you don't know we have crypto coin, you don't know we have cryptocurrencies, you don't know we have alternative cryptocurrencies, and you don't know that some are just digital currencies. Okay, so all these informations are available in this particular document for you, where you can be able to learn some of those things and have the basic knowledge to yourself. Right? Then we have the video courses. Now at this point, practically everything is well done in short videos for you. Now, anybody that bought trading course before, the only thing you have access to is what? Pre-recorded versions. Pre-recorded version. Then you have to go and sit down and watch. Okay? Anybody that bought trading course before, you are only limited to that. Probably once a while they do webinars for you. All right. So you can glance through this, get your fundamental analysis, technical analysis, every other stuff. Let me scroll down. We have the MetaTrader platform. That is the intermediary between your phone and your broker. Okay. So ICS give you the signals. What do? You are required to have a MetaTrader. It is free to download. All right. So if you don't have it, before the end of the class, you can just download MetaTrader 4 or MetaTrader 5. The PC version is there, the Android version is there, the Linux version is there, and the Apple version is also there. Now we have 4 and 5. You have access to the necessary information you need to know. Now, once you watch these videos, the video helps you to understand it from the user interface point of view. That is why the video is made available for you. Okay, so this is very, very important. And then when you keep scrolling down, we have a lot of content available for you. What is a share? What is an index? Pips, point, ticks, balance, equity, bull and bear market, lot sizes, bid and ask price, stop loss, short, long positions, pending orders, leverage and margin, chart types, trading emotion. Yes, the worst mistakes traders make. Now, when all these informations are presented to you on your beginning stage, do you think you will be able to make such mistakes if you take them into considerations? The answer is no, right? So averaging down, what is it? Trading without risk control, not following a plan, the ECN, the types of brokers we have, every other stuff is available. I wouldn't scroll too much down because we always do this as a preamble, all right? So that is for the videos. Then we have the next point called crypto and economic calendar. Now, a lot of people don't know that some informations purposely move the forex market, the crypto market. And at that point, technical analysis has nothing to do with it, which means that you analyze the market is going to buy, but you forgot or you have no idea that there is something called financial or economic calendar. You don't know the president of US is coming to make a statement, and that statement is going to affect the market you're trading in. All right. So we thought it was to give you the two major calendars from the crypto side and the currency side. Okay. So that information too is made available. Now, let me look at the crypto side. How many of you ever think about it or try to look for a crypto calendar? Truthfully, until I joined ICS, that's when I know. And when I started doing extra research after I said this at ICS back of it, that's when I got some other information about it. And that is the truth. All right. Then we have the economic calendar. Now, the news are given to you with how it will have effects on the currency. Okay. So for instance, if you are a fan of EOS, there is 21st September, there's a medium impact news, which is the Mandel version 3.1 upgrade coming up. Okay. Now you can also filter it, see what is happening ahead. Maybe you are buying crypto, you are holding it for a very long time. That particular crypto, what information is coming to affect it? Okay. So you can filter it by clicking this button, or you can set your calendar, or you can just use the shortcut button, recent and next this month or next month to have access to that. And the same thing applies to the economic calendar. Now, it happens every day. Now, I always say that there is no hidden information in forex or trading, only if you don't know how to get it. That is the truth. 23rd is tomorrow. Okay. So all the signals you see on the ICS back office, you just have to bear in mind that we have a major news for Euro, which is France Flash Service Index. All right. Now, how do you trade it? Or how do you know if it will have impact in the European market or on Euro? Okay. The currency is what gets affected. Now, when you look at it, it means that tomorrow there is major news happening in the European market that is affecting Euro and Great British Pounds. So what does it mean? If you are the type that you are trading any pair that Euro or Great British Pound is paired with, you need to know how you trade, because when it is a high impact news, we expect a major move positively or negatively in the market. Okay. Then from 2:45 p.m., that's 14:45 GMT, we have United States dollar flash service index as well. Now, all these data, how do you analyze them? Or how do you see if it will have effects on the currency you are trading? You see, we have the actual and the forecast, and then the previous data, all right? So we have a way we analyze it to be able to project the probability of the data that will be released. But let's say you don't know how to do that. What you have to do is to wait patiently. When the forecast is the projected statistics people actually presume or predicted that will be released. So when the data released is higher, the figure is higher than the forecast, it means that the news is good for the currency. Hence, you will see or you expect the currency to buy. If that currency is a base currency, okay, a base currency is, let's say we are talking about Euro and US dollar. The Euro comes first. So the Euro is the base currency. Then the quote is the US dollar, all right? So if it is like the opposite, the quote, the news is actually favoring the quote, then you expect market to go down, right? So if the news goes in favor of, let's say, gold US dollar, okay, gold and US dollar, and then the news goes in favor of US dollar, you expect the pair to sell. If the news go against US dollar, then you expect gold to buy. All right. That is just the only phrase you need to keep when you are not a fundamental trader. All right. Now, why do you need to know? At least you know how the market will behave. Then you'll be conscious of your stop loss and your take profit for that particular period. If you are not comfortable with that, then do not trade when those major news are in place, right? So that is how you use the crypto calendar. When we get into fundamental analysis, we'll break it down for you. Now, we have the market news. Now, the crypto calendar gives you well-approved or designated period for releasing some informations. But what of sentiment? We call it sentiment. Now we will look at the crypto calendar as macroeconomics, all right? Then we'll look at the news as sentiment. These are the minor informations happening in each country that actually affect the movement of the currency. So let's say you are trading Euro US dollar. Then you are just there, you can see that there's high volatility in the market. Price is moving fast, like swinging. You are wondering what is happening. Okay, just log to your ICS back office and come and check what sentiment information is available for you. Which means that as far as I am concerned, whether you are interested in our full trading or signals or not, and you call yourself a trader, you need an organized, well-filtered information to help your decision-making in the trading market, okay? So for instance, we have a crypto market data shows that the price of EOS as 5:57 p.m. GMT on August 22 was 1.7. Now, when you click on this, you're actually going to get information about EOS, all right? So it always goes down like that. Now, when you scroll down up to here, that is not all. When you click on this arrow, you will see a lot of news that have effect. For instance, those of you who trade NASDAQ, if you know what NASDAQ is, or you know about Wall Street in trading, US 30, S&P, and all those stuff, Dow and Jones, you will know something called Wall Street, right? So Wall Street more than 1% lower on concerns over aggressive FED, Federal Reserve. So you can read this news. Today is Monday. Now, based on this news, how would the news have effect on the currency? Then ICS now gives what we call market research. Now, when people pay for strategies, okay, anytime you pay for strategy, you didn't actually pay for signal. Now, this is the aspect that is very expensive. This is the aspect that is very expensive, all right? Now, it means that projecting or information giving you, let's say, 80% clue to validate your analysis you've made, to be able to project the direction of where you expect the currency to go. All right, so we have Canadian dollar lower despite strong retail sales. Now, let's say you've heard the news on Friday about Canadian dollar with a strong retail sales output. Then Canadian dollar is selling or is weak on Monday. What does it mean? How will you know? Which channel? Do you have money to go and pay Bloomberg, investing.com, TradingView, all these screening websites to get what is wrong with the currency at that moment? The answer is no. Maybe you are just starting trading. You don't even have knowledge about all those stuff. That is available for you here. Well, this alone. So when, as a trader, once you find yourself here, the rest of the thing, you'll feel that, oh, it's okay. I'm cool with this, especially if you know how to utilize this, all right? So Japanese yen drops to 137 as US dollars trending. Now, you can now look at it. Why is US dollar trending, all right? Let me give you one bonus. So I have a website that you can now add, which is a financial veins or finsbase.com. They also give you screener. So what you can do is that when you come here, just come to Forex. Okay, just come to Forex. It's loading. Then you can be able to see the relative performance of the US dollar against other currencies. I remember when I started trading in actively 2019, I have no idea. This is the only information I used to trade. Averagely, I still win, by the way, right? But now I have improved. But sometimes, as a beginner, you need to know at least these informations, right? The US dollar is always zero, okay, relating to the other cryptocurrencies. So you may do your analysis and you feel that is it that the broker is manipulating the market against me? No, it's not the broker. Maybe something is happening somewhere that is affecting the currency. Market makers are aware. You are not, all right? So we have it for the crypto as well. We have it for the future and all that stuff. But back testing, you have to pay. So just use the free one. Now, when you look at it, there is also how the crypto market is also going on. Against the US dollar, Litecoin and BCH is actually on the left-hand side doing very well. All right. So it means that you'll be expecting some bullish momentum for Litecoin. Then Ripple and BTC, Ethereum, they are actually below the ladder. All right. So you can relate this information with that just simple website. Then things are easy for you. Okay. That is not all. You scroll down here, they have given you chart outlook, which means that if you don't know how to draw what we call trend line, if you don't know how to draw or use moving averages, and your favorite pair is there, just come here, go through them, right? Just go through them, see which one is available for you. 2 minutes ago, Euro JPY looks towards PMI, all right? So USD CAD runs higher. When the currency is running higher, what is expected? GBP, JPY stand a week, indecisive, all right? What does it mean? It means that there is a consolidation in the market. Now, all these data released 7 minutes ago, okay, that's the previous one at 2 days ago. Now, at least when you have this free information, the truth of the matter is that it is going to take you the whole week to actually know the potential direction of this asset. Now, with all this information, we now give you buy or sell signal. Well, if you don't want this one, I don't know what you need again, right? So signals have been given. In fact, mostly when I counted, I record not less than 40 signals a day. And ICS only gives you high probability setup and high profitable setup. We don't give you low. All right. The rest of the thing is how to manage risk. That's most of my class. What do I focus on? I focus on risk management, risk management, risk management. All right. So that is what you have just for paying maybe $20 or $250 or $100. And this information, you have it for life as far as you are part of ICS. Well, that is it. All right. So just to show you what happens at the back office, maybe what you are not really seeing. Personally, in my life, I don't just use the knowledge in Forex just to forecast the chart. I use it in my real life. Okay. As a real life, for instance, things are hiking in Ghana, things are expensive in Ghana, then you are wondering why. CD is depreciating, Naira is depreciating, like you are not getting to understand. You have to know why. Now, when you know why, you even know when to buy and when to sell. Those who are learning from me for a very long time, I projected the CD for 10 CDs. Yes, I projected it and it got there. Means that we can still look at it and project its next destination, then prepare ourselves for it. Okay, so as people are shouting the CD is high, the Naira is low, the CD is low, it is not a news for traders. Why? They are aware. Now, if you sell commodities, if you do retail trading, you understand macroeconomics and sentiment, you should be able to know the projections of countries you buy from and whatever happening in those countries, how would they have effect on your daily lives. I have a friend who was a forex trader, and 2021 he decided to go into what we call palm oil trading. Yeah, and he's making money. He used the forex knowledge and go into palm oil. So he bought a lot of palm oil. That was April last year and held it till today. He bought it at 60 Ghana cedis. That's somewhere $10 then. And he's holding it. And now that same product is in the market like $300. That is trading. Okay. So when we say Forex trading or trading, it goes beyond facing the charts. But in the real life, everything we do, that is part of it. All right. So now let's go to Trading View and look at our projections and see how they played out. Then we go to our MetaTrader, how you can place your trade. Then we look at Binance, the phone version and the PC version. Then we're done for the day. Now, we analyze BTC. All those who were here from June, learning from June, with market respected that trend line there, this particular white line, market respected it until this level. It also means that everything we're learning here plays out perfectly. Then, over the weekend, market broke the trend line. So as a trader, what is next? Now, because I have already spotted my support levels, my resistance levels, which some of you already have or know how to plot it, some of you will now learn it, just observe. We have now seen our zone, then BTC pushed to this level. What happened next? All right. So currently, what we are going to expect is that we have our point of interest here. Okay, we have our point of interest here. Now, this point of interest, we'll also look at it from the daily time frame. Now, this is 4-hour time frame. Now, if you see a signal on ICS back of it, we give you time frame. The reason we give you time frame is that it helps you backtest the signal. We don't just give you the signal for you to just jump into it. We give you the signal with the time frame. Maybe we give you 30-minute time frame. It means that each candlestick is forming every 30 minutes. So what can you do? You can break it down to 5 minutes just to see the direction of the market. All right. The probability that the signal is actually going to play out well. Now, when you backtest it and it does not match your psychology of trading, your plan of trading, your documentation of trading, your rule of trading, you don't take that trade. Okay, so that is what mostly happens. Now we have our first point of concentration here, which is somewhere in the range 20,000, 20,600. All right, then we have our next point of concentration on 18,000. Then we have our 18,787. Then we have our last point of concentration on then 18,000, which means that as far as BTC dropped below the 20,000 line, I am going in for bullish. Okay, I'm done with this bullish move. Okay, then I'm going to for bullish. Now, what else should we look out for? If BTC is going to become more bearish than we expected, then it means that we should see a validation to this trend line. So based on our analysis, those who followed from June, somewhere June till now, based on our analysis that has been played out, we are going to expect it to come to this level. Now, when it comes back to this level, it means that we are having a layer of confirmations on that resistance level. Now, based on how it reacted here, we'll decide if it is coming back to this level, or it will come to this level, or it will come to this level, right? Very simple. You don't make it complicated, all right? Then you must also look at candlestick formation. Those of you who have the candlestick Bible, you can still read it. Then you implement that skill and be able to project the next move of BTC or any other cryptocurrencies. Now, we also confluence the same knowledge on the coin market cap to know the direction of the coin market cap. Why we do that here is that we help you not to over panic in the market. You know, you hear the word like crashing, the market is crashing. That word crashing alone turns you off, right? You have put your money somewhere and they tell you that it's crashing. So we say it's selling because why? You are a trader. You are no more an investor. You are not just a one-way person. You are not for the bulls, but a trader is for the bulls and for the bears. Now, when you analyze for the bear, what do? You sell. So when it is crashing, is dying or whatever is doing, you have the tendency of selling. You sell is sold, you make money. You buy it buys, you make money. So those who actually bought from 17K, they're about 17,800 during that particular day class, they actually make few profits. And we actually said how BTC will move. Those who are in class that day, they saw it. Yes, we said that at that moment, you don't going to expect any impulsive move. When we talk about impulsive, we are looking at just for it to run fast. Okay, now we have a drop in impulsive move now. So the next movement for climbing up, it will not be slow as it was. Then, what do you have to look at as a trader? You can have a little bit of patience and see how this weekend will end or close. Okay, if you're able to see how this weekend will close, then it helps you understand or analyze how the candlestick formation will be into the next month's candle and how it will have effects on it. Now, if you're looking at the weekly time frame and if you know reversal pattern very well, you can say that the probability of BTC coming to 18,000 and giving us a double bottom is high. But I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence or your own research before you make any financial decision. Previous results does not guarantee upcoming results, all right? So that is it. And we always trade gold as well. So gold has actually been trending down, respecting our trend lines. Those of you who always follow the class, this is messed up actually, but the zone, the major zone we had here has been respected, and then gold has fallen down to the previous zone of point of concentration at the range of 1730, all right, 1730 and break below. So now we'll be looking at how candlestick structure and formation based on how it will break the pennant that we spotted. Now, if it's able to break the pennant we spotted, then it means that we can be expecting a break of the structure above, retest, and move up. All right. If you're a new person, don't worry. These are just the normal terms. When we become practical, you'll be able to get the concept. Okay. Now let's go to the MetaTrader platform, the desktop version. Okay, so when I start asking questions and people are responding to those questions, I will be giving some, especially if you use PC, some EAs that make the work easy for me. For instance, what you see on the chart is more or less like a support and resistance, giving you demand and supply at the same time, telling you the number of time the currency has reached a certain level. Okay, and this one is not free, but if I ask a question, maybe, or you are an active and serious student, definitely I can give it to you. It helps you know the direction of the market. Now, this is Ethereum US dollar. Okay. Now, this Ethereum US dollar is not crypto. Okay. If it is Ethereum USDT, then you can say it's crypto. But this is more or less like a hybrid. Anything hybrid is from one source, another source, or they are coming together. Okay. So let's say a signal is given to you. Then you are wondering how to enter the signal. Maybe your first time. Okay. Your first time. You will see the chart rough like this. You will not even see the colors. Let me load another asset. Let me load Apple, iPhone users. Okay. So you will see something like this. Now, when you go to our back office, ICS back office, there is a video tutorial showing you how to customize your worksheet. How to customize. It means that we call these square lines, grid lines. We have the volumes and ticks. Then we have the candlestick, all right? Maybe you don't want the grid line. Okay, I always don't want the grid line. Okay, so you right click, you just click on grid. It's plain like this for you, right? Maybe you don't want this volume or tick. You just right click and come to tick volumes. It's gone. Maybe you are the type who wants to be seeing the candle color in green and red. Whatever it is, you still have the opportunity. You can change the color as well. Okay. Now, Apple traders, yes, we give all kind of signal as far as ICS is concerned. You've seen that your stock has been going up, 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 and something is happening. So let's say we have given a sell signal. What do you do? Okay, simple. Now, when the signal is given to you, currently, this is not activated. There is we have a button here. This button here is currently not activated. Okay, you don't know, but I'm telling you, there is a button that is here that's supposed to give you a buy or a sell button. Okay, so what do you do? How do you bring it up? You just click on it, and it brings you the buy, the sell, and the buy. Then the price. This is the price. This is the price. Now we have this whole area as the market watch. This displays all the assets your broker supports. Now, if a signal comes like BNB USDT, you can't get it to trade on metatrader platforms or brokers. But when it is BNB USD, you can get it if your broker supports it. That is why ICS is coming out with what? A hybrid exchange. Put everything together for you, where you don't have to have so many exchanges or so many brokers when you want to trade as well, right? That's also very fantastic. All right, so if the signal is given, you have two ways to enter. The first way is that buy and sell. The second way is coming to new order and then following the instruction. But if you open your MetaTrader very, very fresh, like new, you just installed it. When you click this buy and sell, it will give you a warning, a disclaimer, for you to know that when you decide just the click, you could make mistake or you may make the wrong decision, and your broker or meta quotes or MetaTrader will not be held responsible. Okay, now we have a video at the back office that also teach you that. That's one-click trading. So we call this button one-click trading button. Okay, then we have the new order. When you click the new order, you have breakdowns. This is the symbol name. Now, anytime a signal is given to you, the most confusing one is gold and silver. One is XAG, and people always take that as gold, but that is actually silver. Gold is XAU. So anytime the signal is given, maybe you don't know the shortcuts. Okay, AAL, what is it? AAPL, what is it? ABNB, what is it? What you can also just do is that as you take your cursor, as I'm moving the cursor, just put the cursor on it and rest it. Just rest the cursor like few nanoseconds. It gives you the name of the asset. Okay, so let's see what is the name of this asset. ADS, that's Adidas. AIR is Airbus. AAL is American Airline Group Incorporation. Okay, so once you stop the cursor on the thing, it pops up the name for you, right? So AUDJPY is what? Australian dollar versus Japanese yen. And what sector is in? It is in the currency sector, in the calculation of the forex. You understand? So you just have to do that. Then you can now right click. Now, when you right click, you have access to a new order or new chart. If you want to back test or you want to see the chart, I always recommend go for new chart. Okay, so once you right click, just go to new chart, then it will load for you. Now the signal is given, and you don't need to really rush, and we give you time frame. Maybe we give you 15-minute time frame. Just click on the 15-minute time frame. Okay, we already have a video that teaches the interface, so that one you can look for it and then you utilize it. Now let's say a buy signal is given to you here and you want to enter. Now when the signal is given, there are two things involved. In nanoseconds, markets can make a reasonable move. In nanoseconds or milliseconds, I think nano is lower. Nano is the smallest. So in nanoseconds, markets can make a meaningful movement. So if the signal is given, at least the basic thing you should know is, am I seeing it on time, or market has even hit the TP? I think when I joined ICS from the beginning, there was a time a signal was given. I was just there and I took it. In 2 minutes, it hit the profit. And then market pull back. That's what we call sniper entry. Now, let's say in that 2 minutes, the signal is done, and you are now seeing it after 3 minutes. Should you still take the trade? What you must know is that, did market come to the TP or the stop loss already? When that happens, it means that the setup is devalued. You can't trade it again, right? So you must always know where market is. Okay, very, very important. You must know where market is at the point you are making the decision as well. Now, how do you know the price? Okay, let's say they give you a price 94.5. This is the area you see the price. Okay, see the price is here. Now, how do you know the exact price? Okay, now on default, this is the exact price. This thin line, let me take off the grid. All right, so this is the default, or the current price, 94.546. That is the default price. Oh, sorry, that's the current price. Okay, now there are some of you that you'll be seeing 3 lines. You'll be seeing 3 lines. One is the bid price, one is the ask price. So you also know all this. Don't worry, we are going to break it down for you as far as learning and teaching continues. All right. So after that, you know the price. You want to be sure of the time as well. What do you have to do? Take this tool. This tool is called a crosshair. All right. Just take it, put on the candle, and you'll be able to see when the candle opens, the time, the date, the price it opened, and its current price. Okay, you can quickly go to 1 minute time frame and just see, okay, in 2 minutes, where is market? So let's say in 2 minutes, where is market? So 2 minutes ago, market is here. Now you can see how market is moving. 1 minute alone, before 1 minute candle close, you can see that push up. All right, so time is very, very important in trading. Let's look at it from here. Let's say a signal is given, a buy signal is given in this area, this level here. So the signal is given and you saw it 5 minutes later. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The truth of the matter is that if the TP is already close, don't enter the trade. Leave it. But there are also points in time where the signal is given here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. This area is still reasonable. Okay, so you also have that information at the back of your mind. Then it helps you not to take the wrong signal. Many people lose money in ICS signal because they see the signal the wrong time. Number one. Number two, they use the wrong lot size. Aside that, you can never lose your money. Okay, so that is it. Now you want to buy or sell. What do? Just come to new order. Okay, now we have given you a price. We've given you a price to buy the signal from. So if market has already passed that price, let's say it's a buy signal, and market has already passed that price, and you don't want to be a FOMO person. FOMO means fear of missing out. So you just want to enter so that I'm also trading. No, relax. Just come and take pending order. Okay, pending order. Then the price ICS gave you, just type it at the price, type your stop loss value, or copy and paste the stop loss value, copy and paste the take profit value, then you place the trade. You are done. If market come back there, the trade will be executed. If market didn't come back there, that's fine. Now, you can also go the extra mile by setting date and time for that particular trade. You can write a comment, whatever it is, and then stuff like that, you go. But if you want to enter the market price, market execution price, you just have to enter your lot size, your stop loss, your take profit, then you go sell by market or buy by market. It means that you are going by the market execution, or you are taking the instant execution, then your trade is entered. Simple as ABC. It's very, very simple, not difficult. That's number one. Number two is you want to use the one-time click trade. So you click on this and then buy or sell. Let's assume we are selling. One thing always remember is your lot size. Now, I know most of us are trading with an equity between $10 to $100, okay? Your safest lot size to use is 0.01. That's the lowest lot size. And the truth of the matter is that when you use 0.01, you can never lose your money by heart to the market. Okay, it will take a long time for market to move for you to see a big negative. Okay, don't forget, we have the proprietary firm opportunity on ICS, and risk management is the tool to qualify for start opportunity. So if you are looking at I want to get $10,000, $20,000, $100,000, $200,000 in my trading account, what you must also understand is how can you manage that money? Are you in the position to handle that money? That's the question. All right. So 0.01 is the minimum lot size for such account. Don't also enter multiple positions. Enter multiple positions when your skill is growing. Let's get that again. Start to enter multiple positions only if your skills are what? Or you are now understanding the concept of the market. Once you understand the concept of the market, you can increase your risk. That's fine. That's your discretion. All right. But as far as we are in concern, or I am in concern right now, I want you to trade for a very long time to know the skill. Now, when you want to understand the concept of trading properly, what you have to do is what? You must trade for a very long time. Now, there is a way to use $100 to trade for a very long time. Now, it means that by the time you are even losing the $100, you have multiple reasons why the money is getting missing. But let's say the signal was given and many people, the only thing they do is that when we open this signal, the default lot size was 0.2. So let me use 0.2 for us to, let's use the 0. Let me take sell 0.1. We see the negative. Let's use 0.2, sell again. You see the negative. Let's use 0 to 1.0. So let me use 2.0. So you see the negative. The first negative you see, which we call the spread, is 23 when you are using two lot size. The first negative you see when you use 0.2 is what? 2.04. And 0.01 is 0.12. The question here is that if you are trading with $50, do you think it is good to use 0.2 or 2.0? This is where a lot of people get it wrong in trading. Okay, so even if you don't know what you are doing, just use 0.01. You cannot easily destroy your account by blowing it. All right, so that is it for a MetaTrader platform. Okay, now I want to give two indicators. I'll get a time. Some of you already have that idea. Okay, now market is moving, and then it looks as if market is already in our favor, but our trades are still in negative. The reason is that the first money, which is called the spread, goes to the broker. Okay, goes to the broker. That's the first negative you see when you enter the trade. So market have to first give that pip to the broker, then market goes in your favor for you to start seeing the blues, right? So in most cases, we have a way to deal with bid and ask price as well, so that you know which trade broker you're using, not to take too much spread from you at the same time. Okay, that's why you have many companies, including ICL, we give you recommended broker as well, because our expert traders take their time to analyze the performance, the type of brokerage it is, and they trust it and they recommend it to you. Okay, that's why in most cases you deal with what recommended brokers. All right, so that is the information. So I want to switch to the phone quickly for us to just see a little bit of that on our phone. Then we go to Binance platform as well. All right, so let me just switch myself to the phone. So we are now seeing MetaTrader on the phone, and this is MetaTrader 4. Okay, so the difference is just the way it looks. On the PC, it looks landscape. On the phone, it looks portrait. Okay, simple as that. It's not difficult. Now, when you download this app, it doesn't mean you are a trader yet. It's just an app. The ability to use it define you as a trader. Now, because the Meta Quote is the company that produces or backing the MetaTrader, it also gives you some demo accounts, automatic demo account. Once you downloaded it, then you accept it. But for it to work well for you, you need what we call a broker. Okay? You need what we call a broker. Then the broker give you access to the forex market. Okay, so that is one information you need to know. Now let's just break it down a little. Okay, so now we have the quote. Okay, we have the first arrow here that looks like an up and down. It is called the quote. So let's say you are in the middle of the trade and you want to see the quote, or ICS has given a signal, and then you want to just quickly go and pick the signal. Where do you see the asset? Okay, you just come to that particular aspect called the quote. Then you see all the signals or the pairs your broker supports. Okay, now when you download a default, you don't see every quote. When you download default, you don't see every quote. So how do you add quotes? You come to this plus or the top plus corner on the top right, before that looks like a pencil, what I just circled. You come there. When you come there, you click the plus. Based on the assets your broker supports, you have all the pairs hidden there for you. So if you are looking for crypto, this is Hot Forest Broker. So if I'm looking for crypto, I have BTC Euro. If I want to trade it, I'll bring it up. Then it will go to the quote. So let's say I'm looking for, let's say, crypto one. We have other crypto. We have BCH, that's Bitcoin Cash, BNB, Dashcoin, EOS, Ethereum, Ethereum USD, Ethereum Euro, Ethereum USD, IoT USD, LTC Euro. If you need all of these and you open the folder, what you just do is what? Just click on them. As I'm clicking it, it is moving and they are all going under what? The quotes. As simple as that. I've just added them. So when we go back to the code, you will now see all those assets I've just added. You just see all those codes I've just added. Okay, so let's practice it again. You click on the code, you go to the plus on the top right corner. So let's say we want to add UK shares. Okay, so what are the shares in the UK? ICS always give us stocks, shares, every other stuff. So we can just come to shares and you click them one by one. Then it is what? Adding up. Rolls Royce is there. Then it add up. Simple as that. Then you come back here, you see what you just added. You can see the Rolls Royce there. RIO, NatWest, LLOY. You can see all of them over there. Okay, simple as that. You can also edit it. Maybe you have added some. Let's say you are the type that just want to trade 5 assets or 5 currency pairs. You don't want to be going through and be looking, oh, which signal did they give? You are regulating yourself. You can also edit just by clicking on the pencil at the top corner here. You just click there, then you edit. And once you want to delete, you can just delete them. So let's say I want to even delete all. I can just delete everything. That's all. So I don't have any quotes. So now I want to reorganize my quotes. So personally, I love trading gold. So gold, I want to trade gold USD. Okay, so I'm just going to select gold. I'm done. Maybe I want to trade BTC crypto. So BTC USD. I click it. So you come to my back office or my code, you are seeing only those things I trade. So when the signal is given, I won't be scrolling through. Okay, where is this one? Where is that one? You can customize it for yourself. All right. The next button is where you see the chart. The next button is where you see your chart, the bottom. Okay, so here, that's where you see your chart. The next place, which is this, that's where you see your running trades. Okay, when you enter the trade and it is running, that is where you see the trade. And one that looks like envelope, that is where you see your history. Okay, history of the trades. Let's say all the trades you took today, the losses, the negative, the losses, the profit, the losses, the profit, the losses, the profit, the losses, profit, loss, profit, and stuff. You see them at the history. Then this is news, more or less like sentiment, default sentiment provided by MetaTrader to all traders. And this is message. Maybe one of the beautiful messages you can receive here is what we call margin call. Margin call. We are going to look at margin call along the line. Okay. Now the signal is given. Let's say we say buy gold. What do you do? Okay. 1, click on the asset, press and hold. Okay. But before you press and hold, let's check something. When you look at the quotes, we have gold USD, XAU USD. Then we have a time. Then we have the spread. Okay, we have the spread. So currently, BTC spread is 5,000. It's moving, it's big. So when you buy BTC on this broker, the first negative you are going to swallow will be a little bit spacious. Okay, it's normal. Okay, so you look for brokers that favors you or give you what you want. Then gold is taking 36 pips. All right, so the first 36 pips go for gold. So we want to buy gold. Press and hold gold. Okay. Now, I remember something. Now, when you look, we press and hold, we've seen that we have new order, we have chart, open chart, then we also have symbol properties, then simple view mode, right? Maybe you are the type that you are a magician. You know how to calculate your spread already. How do you calculate your spread? It is the bid price minus the ask price gives you that difference. That's what the broker takes per every unit or every signal, every trade you pick. And that's where brokers make their money from as well. So maybe you don't need it. You can click on simple view. And the simple view only gives you the asset name with the bid and ask price. That's the two different things. Some people automatically you install it, you are seeing simple view. That is it. That's why you are seeing simple view. If you want to see the other view, just press and hold and come to advanced view mode. You will still see everything, the low and all those stuff as well. Right? Now we want to take the trade finally. I hope I don't remember anything to say. Yes, I won't. So we have gold USD. Now we have two ways. You can just go straight to your new order, but I always advise see the chart. Okay, look at the chart. So what do? You click on open chart. That's all. Simple, right? So looking at the open chart, the two indicators I want to show you, it's already here. I will show you how you can add it. Now, all these customizing it to look black, mostly is white. I prefer to use black. Maybe you prefer to use white. Ladies prefer to use pink and light blue, sea blue. That's fine. Whatever pleases your eye, you can do that actually. Now, let's just go into the little. All right, so you want to buy. Now you are here. You want to buy. Where do you click? Okay, you just come to the top here. Click that plus. That's thing like A4 sheet and the plus inside. That gives you what? The order. But before then, this is MetaTrader 4. This one that looks like clock. We all know clock. What we are practicing is primary. So that actually gives you the time frame. So let's say we're giving you 30-minute time frame. Just click on it. Then you go to the time frame, which means that we are telling you that each candlestick formation is what? 30 minutes. Every 30 minutes, a candlestick is formed. So every to you, we are giving it to you based on that time frame. And time frames, one way or the other, have reasons or influence the decision of the market at one point. What someone is seeing on 15-minute time frame is different from what someone is seeing on 5-minute time frame and 1 hour time frame, 4-hour time frame, daily time frame. The time frame also determines the type of trader you are. We have the scalpers, the swing traders, the day traders, the investors, or the position traders, right? So as a day trader, it is ideal to be between 1 hour, 15 minutes. Yes, 15 minutes is okay. 5 minutes is reasonable a little, but we always recommend 15 minutes for new traders. The reason is that it helps you identify some candlestick formation, rejections of candlestick, and all this stuff. Now, you want to buy. Just click on that plus, okay? The first thing you see is market execution. Now, market execution means that you want to enter the trade immediately. You want just the market to just enter the trade for you. Right? So if you come here, we have very important thing for you. The first time, you will not see the lot size of your choice. The first time, you will not see the lot size of your choice. The second time, you will see the previous lot size you use. There are two different things. All right. Now, let's say anytime you're coming to trade, you have in mind to change lot size. So you have to always look at that section. This section, very important. Anytime, even expert traders. The reason is that in most cases, we are trading on demo using the same phone. And when people are trading demo, they use big lot sizes. So when the reality hit them, the first switch distress everybody as a trader. I was there before. I don't want you to be there because sometimes some of you, the negative will hit you hard that you may not be able to pick up again. You will feel like trading is not real, but that is just a little mistake you've made, right? So please, There are two ways to adjust the stop loss. Sorry, the lot size. Okay. Sorry for using stop loss, but stop loss is very important actually. All right. So there are two ways. One is just clicking or press and hold. All right. Then you use the stop loss, the lot size you want to use. Okay. So maybe I want to use 100 lot size. Okay. This broker accept only 60. Okay. Maybe I want to use 50. Maybe I want to use 0.1. But that's not 0.1, that's 1. So that's 1.0. So 0.1. That is not 0.1, that is 0.11. The value is different. So I bring the cursor to the last end, then I backspace, then it becomes 0.1. All right. So whichever one I want, I can just adjust it. Well, I want to use 0.01. That is 0.01. That's one step. The other step is that, let's say you come and you see it at 0.5 or 5.0. Okay. Now what you have to do is that we have negative 0.1 and negative 0.001. If you have the patience to be reducing it, that one you can do it. You have the patience of increasing it, that is also fine. Based on the one you choose is what the result you have. Okay. Now after you are done with that and you are okay, you will just click on the buy market. Now, what did you see? The first thing is negative. This one is normal. This one shouldn't bring headache because this is the spread. The real headache is when the negative keep coming. You understand? But because you are giving stop loss and take profit, you don't have a problem. Okay. Now, as a new trader, as you come here, always make sure that you set your stop loss and your take profit. This is stop loss. This is take profit. So what do you have to do is what? Just copy or go and see the value ICS gave you. Then you put here, that's Excel, and that's the TP. As simple as that. Then you execute your trade. Now, let's say you are growing and you now enter the trade before you want to set the stop loss, which is also a very good experience. What do? You just click and hold. Okay. Now you see things like close order, new order, modify order, and chart. Mostly, when we get here is we want to see chart. You know, when you come very, very fresh, you look at your negative, then you see why it's not going. You look at the negative and you want to see the chart. What's happening on the chart, you know? But now we want to modify. So you click on modify order. Now, at that modify order, you see your stop loss at your loss size at the top here. Then we have stop loss and take profit. Okay. So the stop loss is the red on the left, and then the take profit is the green on the right. Okay. So any trader will always want to be a Chelsea fan, even if they are Manchester United, even though they are not doing well. All right. So that's how you can modify. Now, if you enter the right information, you will see the modify being highlighted. If you enter the wrong information, the modify will not be highlighted. Then that is all. All right. Now, let's say you want to close your trade. How do you close the trade? We have two ways. One is you slide left. Okay. Let me demonstrate. You slide left. Then you click on the mark, the check, that mark, correct pattern. Okay. Then the edit is modification, and this is the chart. Simple as that. All right. So the reason why mostly is it is recommended to use stop loss and take profit, especially do two, is that sometimes market is not in your favor and you want to close it. By the time you slide and come, market cannot wait for you now. As we can see on the chart, is it waiting? No, it doesn't wait for anybody. It's moving. Sometimes your network can even fail you a little. Your network can even just lag. The word is lag a little, and then rotate 2 minutes. Just because you are closing the trade manually, you've seen $100 before you are closing. But before the market finish closing, due to your network or not the broker, you end up getting $50. It's normal. That is why no matter how expertise you are, you need to use stop loss and take profit. Okay. So I want to close this trading negative or the value. So I click on the mark button. Then you will now see the bottom here, close with loss, negative 32.7. You say yes, the order is closed. As simple as that. Now let's practice it again. I'm buying again. Then I want to show you the other way of closing. Okay. So you press and hold. Then you go to close order, then close with loss. Right. Sorry, by the way, but the losses are part of the game. So once you click it, you have accepted the trade. Now, how do you see the running trades for the day? Okay, so you come to the envelope and you now see the total negative you make. Now, if you take the trade and you get a loss, you get a negative, you get a loss, they calculate it and give you the net income you get at the end of the day. Okay, so the fact that the first trade hit stop loss, the second one hit stop loss, the third one hit stop loss. In fact, the fourth one doesn't mean the fifth one will not. But in most cases, what you need to do is what? Understand how much you want to lose in a day. It gives you that mindset to be comfortable in the market. As I'm teaching right now, there's a trade running on this future, Binance Future. But the truth of the matter is that I can't be checking. I don't even need to check it because I know how much I am willing to lose on that trade. Okay, so that is it. We'll break it down in the other class, and then looking at the time too, we are going to the Binance back office quickly for those of you who want to enjoy the future trade as well. This is just an added to those who are coming to the class and those on the trading platform. This is an extra benefit, extra benefit from those handling the training as well. And the credit goes to Mr. Best Time Obioma. He's not on the Zoom today, so I'm handling that session for him. All right. Now, future trades can happen on Binance at the same time, KuCoin, and most of the exchanges. Okay, so when it comes to crypto, we trade on exchanges. All right. Now, we have different types of assets or way of trading on crypto. Okay. Most commonly, we know of Binance. All right. Now we are looking at spot trading and future trading. Now, one is riskier than one. Future trading is riskier than spot trading. But once you manage your leverage very well, you are safe. All right. So on the bottom here, this area is now your button. We have the home, we have the market, we have the trade, and we have the futures, then the wallet. Okay. So the wallet is where you have your funds, USDT, whatever crypto you're holding, even though holding on exchanges are not highly recommended actually. So when we get to real crypto education, you will know difference between wallet, cold wallet, hard wallet, hot wallet, and all those stuff at the same time. All right, now, let's say you want to deposit or you want to bring money to Binance. Okay, currently the most common way or the very, very easiest way is the P2P section. It works in Ghana, it works in Nigeria. I'm sure Kenya and M-Pesa also support those who have the mini transactions. Then bank transfers. Some of the P2P merchants also accept bank transfers. Okay, we also have the credit card. You can also use the credit card to deposit on Binance Direct. And all this can happen in your wallet, but owning one wallet. That wallet is funding wallet. Okay. So if you're in Nigeria, I can only talk about Ghana right now, but the process is the same. I can only talk about Ghana right now, but the process is the same. Okay, so let's just watch the process. Then whichever country you find yourself, Binance will synchronize it automatically for you. Okay, or maybe you have someone you want to buy from. That way you can now use your you give their USDT to the person, and then the person credits your account. Now we have the first step, deposits and withdraw, then transfer. Okay, we will need the three in all. The first is deposit. Okay, so we have crypto deposits and cash deposits. So we're definitely going to go for crypto. If you go for cash, maybe you are in the US, the European country, the Western countries, and some of these methods are available for you, then you can go for it. But we go for crypto. And the question is, what type of crypto do you want to deposit? Now, when it comes to future trade or trading on Binance, we recommend the stable coins. Okay, we have the USDT, the Tron, that's the TRC20, the ERC20, the Avalanche, and some other type. I think Algorand also have USDT. Some wallets specify them, they break it down. One of my wallets specify and break it down. Then we also have the BUSD. Okay, so let's say we want to buy USDT. Okay, then it gives you the methods of deposit. So what you have to do, the first mistake people make is that they just come here and choose any chain, right? So you have the BNB chain, that's the Avalanche chain, that's the C chain. Then we have the BNB Beacon chain, that BEP2 chain, Ethereum, that's ERC20, the Polygon, the Solana, the Texas, and the Tron. So if I am to send you USDT, then you need to give me the USDT TRC20. So it means that I'm using the Tron aspect, right? So let me just bring it here. All those who want to withdraw from ICS through USDT, this process, especially the money is coming to your Binance wallet, you must make sure that your network is Tron into bucket TRC20, right? So you can just click on this button, then you copy the address. Don't write it. You might make mistake, okay? Otherwise, let me destroy my QR code. Otherwise, you can still share your QR code as well, just by clicking on share, and then it goes. Or you can even save it as image and send, especially if the person is going to use the scan method to send you the fund. That's step number 1. So cancel, you come back to home. Withdrawal is all about you want to transfer USDT or any crypto to someone. You must also know the network, okay? So at that point, if you're using Binance, they give you some precaution measures to make sure that you are aware of what you're doing, all right? Then you have the transfer. The transfer is where you want to move from one wallet to another. So let's say you want to move from any of this wallet, the M futures, the cross margin, the funding, the coin M futures, or isolated margin. Let's say you are trading any of these or fund is in any of these for you, and you want to move it from one to another. That is when you use the transfer. So let's say we want you to put some money in your future account, and the money is in your funding account. The funding is where when you make all P2P purchases, they come to funding. Any P2P purchases you make, the money comes to funding. So after it comes to funding, you can decide to move it to wherever you want to move it. Now, when you move it to spot wallet, it means that one way or the other, you want to trade spot. If you move it to funding wallet, you want to maybe sell it or transfer to someone from funding to maybe funding or to other wallet. Then if you also want to trade futures, you push it to futures, wherever margin and stuff like that, you push it there. That's for the transfer. Now, you have the P2P, okay? So the P2P now loads for you. Currently, I'm in Ghana, so I don't know if I can change. Okay, so let's say we can also change the country and see their methods or way of doing transaction as well. That's available there as well. So currently in Ghana, the USDT $1 is going for 10 cedis 04 pesos. Okay, so you choose the people you want to buy from, but there is an aspect I want us to understand. Now, when you are dealing with Binance, even though Binance is acting as escrow, not everybody is telling the truth. So always make sure that you are dealing with verified people. Now, when you look at Boom BTC, it is just new with 6 trades with 100% completion rate. Doesn't guarantee too much. Yes, you can try, but even if he is a verified member, it means that he has used his proof of address to verify his location. Okay, that is why when you see the yellow tick, this particular one, yes, you see that particular one, meaning the person is verified. All right, then you pass through the process, how much you want to buy, the person's payment method, you make sure it matches with your own before you go in for the transaction. Then the USDT will come to your funding wallet at the end of the day. Either the USDT or the BUSD will come to you at the end of the day. So that is how you get your P2P as well. Let me just try any country that comes to my mind. Nigeria. I don't know. Naira. They can only go with the currencies. So let's say Swiss francs. Okay, so it didn't load yet. Let me see if it will load. Yeah, so Swiss francs people, you can also get people who are doing P2P in your currency. So any currency that is well approved here, let's say Europeans, can you do P2P? Definitely. So you can see to avoid a victim of scammers, you have that disclaimer, you accept it, then you are good to go. Let me change back to my Ghana cedis. Okay, so GHA. Yeah, so I'm back to my country. Yes, close. All right, so that is it. Now let's assume money is in your future. Okay. Now I want to talk about the risk aspect here. We started trading with this money when it was $10. And we have winning trades and losing trades, and it's still $10. It means that after all, I have losing trades and winning trades, but I did not lose my equity. There is something I do. And that thing I do is risk management. That is the truth. The more you risk, the higher your earning, your chances of winning and your chances of losing. But you must always think of the chances of losing first before the chances of what? Winning. Also, currently there's a trade running. Okay, FMTM USDT perpetual is running with the isolated option. Okay, with 9.38 risk based on how market is moving. And when market actually hits stop loss, I'll be liquidated 0.263695 US dollar. Now, when you subtract that from the total value I have, do you think I'll lose all my money? The answer is no, right? So once you're able to understand the concept of risk management, regardless the asset, you can be able to what? Make the little money, then accumulate it. Make the little money, then accumulate it. The first one is always you put in your money, you get it, you remove it, then you grow the profit from there, right? Now, this is how the future back office looks like. Okay? This is how the future back office looks like. The first, most important, like I always say, the first lot size will not favor you. Then the second one is the previous ones you used will also not favor you. Which means that when you come to Binance platform, be mindful of this 20x. Maybe it might not favor you. Okay? You must also know the type of trading you are using. Are you using part of your equity, or you are part of your money, or you are using all of your money? Okay? Don't worry, we'll break it down along the line. So first thing you have to do is to click on the cross. Okay? So when you click on the cross, You have the opportunity to choose a cross margin or isolated margin. Okay, so the two just gives you how your equity will be dealt with when market goes against you. When market goes in favor of you, there is always in favor of you. But when market goes against you, the type of margin mode you select determine how your equity will be dealt with. So as a beginner, you can stay with isolated for now. Okay, so isolated, whatever equity you release to go and catch, hunt the fish, is the only asset, the money that could end up being hunted by the animal. Okay, so after you choose the type of mode you want, you click on confirm. Right, that's number one. Number two, leverage. Okay, there are some of you that your leverage would default be at 75 or 50. Okay, now this is where the real work is. It is sweet when market goes in your favor with 125x, but you will cry when it goes against you. Okay, so because it's a market you don't have control over it. All right, it is a market you don't have control over it. You should be able to stay in a safe leverage. 1, 2, 3, 4. As a beginner, you can be swinging from 1 to 10. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1 to 10, 1, 2, 3, 1 to 10. Once you are getting your cents, dollar cent, until you get the scope of the business. Okay, so there isn't, let's say, leverage 8. You can just adjust it by clicking on the negative or the minus or the plus. Okay, if you want it to go positive, you want to increase it, you click on the plus. If you want to reduce it, you click on the negative. Okay, or if you are the type that wants it fast like me, sometimes you can just click on the level bar and then adjust it like that. So the leverage gives you the maximum position you can open as well. So there isn't 108x leverage. It means that you can maximize your position as far as 50K USD. Okay, so stay in something you can control as well. Then after that, you click on confirm. Okay, when you click on confirm, please, this one, just doubt it a little. Okay, doubt it a little and check again. Doubt it a little and check again. Just make sure that it is what you selected, right? Then after that, let's say a signal is given to you. Maybe it's a buy limit or sell limit. How do you know? When you click on the limit here, you see sell limit, post only market, stop limit, stop market, trailing stop, and then swap, and then buy and long. So the main order is a buy order or a sell order. Okay, so if you click on the buy order, that's buy. If you click on the sell order, that's sell. All right, then the entry price they give you, you type it there. Then the quantity of the coin you want to buy or sell. Okay, the quantity of the coin you want to buy or sell, you write it at this stage, this area here, where the cursor is blinking, you write it there as well. Then, if you don't want to write it, you can also use the bar to calculate it or move it around. Now, when you're adjusting it, it will also do calculation based on your available balance. Now, the other trade I was holding, I selected isolated. So the amount I used to buy is what is at work, okay, minus the amount available. Okay, after I do that subtraction, it's $8 that is available. So if that $8, I want to take any other trade, it will be based on that decision. Now, when you are in the trade, as you are entering your value, you'll be able to see your cost, how much you are spending or how much you are using as the cost over there, then the maximum you can use. So even though I have $8 in my account, based on the leverage I use, the maximum I can spend is 42.3 USDT. And that doesn't mean you should go for the maximum. You can go with something that you can have control over as well. All right. Then we have the take profit and the stop loss, also very important. You put the stop loss value here, and you put the take profit value here. Okay. The stop loss value and the take profit value. And after you've done all those stuffs, what do you have to do is just to click on the buy or sell. Now, always make sure that you are selecting your sell or the buy after you set your margin, your leverage, then your type of execution of the trade, right? So that is it for Binance, the app version. Okay, time has been fast spent. Let's use the opportunity for questions and answer very, very, very fast, so we don't cross our 2 hours lesson, right? So from on Wednesday, we are going to continue from where we stopped. Okay. Now, let's say you are trading on ICS plus for ICS signal, or you receive a signal. The USDT is the only thing that differentiates it from the broker and the exchange, which also means that you can still take the same signal once your broker supports it on your broker MetaTrader 5 accounts. Okay, so that is how it is. Now, when the orders are set, you will see it beneath the order and then the position. I'm only in one position. Well, and that is how it is moving. Now, when we saw it fell, we seen the value it was. If you are okay with the profit $0.11, you can close it. You mean maybe you are the type who you are okay with what you have. You can. And then some people too want to adjust the leverage, which I wouldn't recommend right now as well. So that is it for tonight, as far as knowing how to enter a trade, manipulating the trade, going about it. One thing I couldn't cover is back testing. I'll give that moving average on Wednesday. Okay. So please don't miss the class on Wednesday, so that you should be able to get everything. Okay. So let's take it for questions and answers quickly. Then we call it a night. So if you have a question, you can just raise up your hand and I will call you to ask your question. I'll give you the answer.